Hey y'all, this is Sergeant Dan with Palmetto Edge. I got a Gerber for you here this time. This is the Gerber Flatiron. It's a cleaver style blade, and let me get some size comparisons out of the way. So as usual, paramilitary 2, and we'll do the bug out this time. And let me get it up against something a little smaller here, just to kind of give you an idea. Here it is up against the Kaiser Mini Sheepdog. Okay, so actually, you know what? Let me get it up against one of my larger blades here too, so that you can kind of see. This one's not exactly a small one, but I wouldn't quite say it's a extra large anything either. So that's the CRKT Seismic right there. Alright, so there's your good size comparisons. Now let's get some specifications knocked out of the way. Overall length on this one is 8.375 inches with a 3.50 blade length, with the cutting edge here actually being only 3 inches. So total blade is 3.5. Cutting edge is only 3. It is 7 CR17 MOV steel, which, I'll get to that. That's review. I keep wanting to try to do review stuff during specifications here. It's cleaver style. It is a hollow grind. Come on, show that hollow grind there. I'm sure you can see it. Yeah, there we go, hollow grind. Stonewash finish. G10 on this side. Stainless steel on this side. It is a frame lock. It is right hand tip up only carry. It is made in China, so not USA made from Gerber, which, no surprise there. I guess that's about it. So let me get into the review. It's a Gerber. What can I say? The last Gerber I got, I don't actually have here with me right now, was the fastball. Was not at all impressed with it. I guess I could say the same pretty much goes for this one. Only difference is the fastball was a $100 knife, and this one was not by a long shot. It's... Here's something Gerber's got figured out that I believe they've got figured out, is they can make a knife look really good. This knife looks really good. It's a really cool looking knife on both sides. It is definitely visually appealing. But then once you start using it, once you get it in your hands, the looks kind of start dwindling. I got to be careful with how much I complain about this because of how cheap it is. You get what you pay for, and that's what you got. That's what I got with this one. So let me start out with what I do like about it. I love the blade. I love the blade shape. I love the grind on it. It's a hollow grind. It's very neat looking. I like it. The handle feels good. It feels good in the hand. I don't really get any hot spots whatsoever, even with this awful pocket clip, but I'll get to it here shortly. Really easy to get to the lock bar, really easy to close, real smooth opening. It is on, surprisingly. I don't know if I'll be able to show you this. I don't think I will, but it is actually on phosphor bronze washers and not Teflon or anything like that, which was kind of surprising to me. I expected with it being as cheap as it is that it would be on Teflon washers. Not saying Teflon washers are awful, but they're cheaper, okay? The G10, the grip texture on the G10 is nice. It's got a little texture to it without being super aggressive. It's good to be able to get a hold on. It's sturdy. It's got the steel liner. So, and these are full steel liners. These liners aren't milled out anywhere for lightening it up. It is a little heavy. That's one thing I didn't mention. It's a little bit heavy, and it's a little blade heavy. It's a little heavy on this end of the knife, okay? Yeah, it's, it is what it is. It's a, you know, let me go ahead and touch on the price a little bit, okay? Right now on Blade HQ, this one is right at $33. I actually paid, it was less than 20. It was like $18 and some odd cents, close to $19 on Amazon for this one. So, for what I paid for it, I really don't have too much room to complain. Okay. Now, would I have paid the $33 for it? I don't know. Quite honestly, probably not, because I hadn't got one yet. And, I just saw that it was, it was like a flash sale or something on Amazon, and I jumped on it for that price. So, yeah, anyway. So, I mean, for what it's worth, for how much it cost, I mean, yeah, I have complaints, but again, it's a sub $40 Gerber made in China, okay? If I had the same complaints as, this Para 3, okay, or one of my Benchmades, then we'd have some serious problems, okay? But, for a sub $40 Gerber made in China, these are kind of the typical kind of complaints. One thing that I absolutely hate about this knife is this pocket clip. This pocket clip is absolutely awful. It's short, it's thick, it doesn't really, I don't feel like it holds it in my pants pocket very well. I mean, it's strong, it's it's got the retention, but I don't like it. I really don't. And then you see how it abruptly angles up like that. That is actually a fairly sharp edge on it there. So when you're deploying the knife, it kind of, you're looking for somewhere to grab onto, and then where you wind up is right there on the corner of that thing, and it's not comfortable when deploying the knife, and then you slide over and get on that edge, and it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant to deploy, just simply because of that pocket clip. It's absolutely awful. Let's see. I said it was 7CR 17 MOV steel, which, for the price, it makes sense, okay? It's not the best steel in the world, okay? But again, it's a sub $40 Gerber made in China. What more do you want? You want them to make it out of, Bowler M390 or something? That's not going to happen. So, for the price point that it's at, that's a perfectly fine steel. I have been using this. I haven't used it to the point where it's needed a sharpening yet. I imagine it's probably getting there, but hasn't got there quite yet. One more complaint I have about this is, let me see if I can, I don't know, the thumb hole might be clean now. Yeah, I think the thumb hole's pretty clean, but look in there. Look at all that grime and crud on the inside of the blade there, on the inside of the steel liners and stuff. That's how it came to me. That's not from being in my pocket. I wanted to leave all that in there specifically to show in this review that this thing came to me absolutely nasty. The thumb hole here had dirt and grime and nastiness in it, and I guess just from me deploying it a lot, it's pretty much cleaned it out. I mean, there's still a little in there. It's not really showing up well on the video, but this thing came out of the box filthy, absolutely filthy. I mean, I know it came from a factory in China, but come on, Gerber, is that not something you can, take a stand on and say, look, our knives can't be coming to people nasty like this? But whatever. The packaging for it too. I don't know if you saw. I did an unboxing of this, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Okay, you see the size of this knife. The box for it was just this overkill, huge, cardboard box. And then on the inside, just like the fastball, okay, it's held in there with a zip tie. So if this is the only knife you own, how the heck are you going to get it out? Okay, because you need a knife to get that zip tie. But I mean, I guess you could mangle on it with some scissors or something. But I don't know of any other company, any other reputable company that zip ties their knives into the boxes. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could say I have similar complaints that I did with the fastball. I say that, but sitting here thinking about it, the blade centering on the fastball was awful. The blade centering on this is absolutely fine. The grind and the edge on the fastball were absolutely awful. They're absolutely fine on this one. The liners are fine. Everything lines up good. There's no real rough edges on anything other than this god-awful pocket clip. So, I guess in all reality, this is a better quality knife than the fastball was for me at a much smaller fraction of the price. I have some similar complaints, but, when you have the same complaints with a, $30 knife that you do a $100 knife, that's when there's some issues going on in the company that need addressing. And that's kind of what I'm getting the feeling is going on with Gerber. So, yeah, that's about where I stand on this one. Mediocre at best. So, let's talk about price again real quick. So it was, right now, it's about $33. This one anyway. They do make one that has black aluminum on this side as opposed to the tan G10. I just kind of like the looks of the tan G10 better than I did the black aluminum. The black aluminum's real slick too, so I was a little concerned about the kind of grip you'd get on it, and this has a good grippy G10. So, I chose this one over the aluminum. So anyway, right now on Blade HQ, these are $33. Again, that's not what I paid for it. I paid it was some odd cent amount between $18 and $19. It was $18 and 70 something cents, I think. I don't know. But at that price, yeah, I mean, I got a okay blade at that price, okay? Now, would I have been as okay with it if I had paid the $33 for it? No. To me, this is not a $30 knife. It's about where I paid for it, 18, 19, 20 bucks. You can get much, much, much better blades for around the $30 and $40 price. Kershaw Decibel, let's see, Kershaw Cryo, okay. Now, yeah, these are different blade designs, blade styles, but if the design isn't just really standing out to you on this one, all right, you can certainly get better knives for around the same price, for less, for just a little bit more. One more here. The Boker Strike, okay? So, there's plenty of other options as far as, if you just want a good EDC knife. Heck, if you want a good EDC knife for around 30 bucks, Kershaw Cryo too. I mean, because that's another thing about this blade shape. It's a little bit gimmicky, okay? I mean, I'll admit I like it, okay? I'll freely admit that I like this blade shape. I like this blade style, but honestly, it's a little bit gimmicky. You have absolutely no way to properly pierce anything. The steel that this one's made out of isn't exactly good for chopping. Basically, what you've got with this knife is a funky shaped slicer, okay? And it will do that. Let me say that. It will do that. It did come sharp, and with this hollow grind backing it up, it will slice, okay? But that's basically what you got is a funky shaped slicer, okay? So, I would say at the $30 price point, try and find you something else. Unless you're just dying for one of these for some reason, try and find you something better. There are much better options out there. Now, if you do like me and you come across it for less than 20 bucks, Okay, and you're a collector or something like that, someone that's just a knifeaholic like I am, yeah, go ahead. I mean, this one's not going anywhere unless I have a friend come up that doesn't really care as much about knives that I do, that says, oh man, I absolutely love that. I might give it to them, okay, or something like that. But apart from that, it's not going anywhere. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm not going to give it away, just to get it out. I mean, it is now a part of the collection, just like the fastball is. It's one I can pull out and show people, look, here's what here's one to avoid. I wouldn't necessarily avoid this one, but that's what I would say about the fastball. But yeah, so if you're looking for a serious EDC around $30, try and find you something else. If you can find one of these for less than 20, yeah, okay, go ahead. So, at the price I paid for it, am I happy I got it? Yeah, I am, because I got to get my hands on it, see what it's all about. I got another cleaver style blade in the collection now, but I wouldn't have paid much more for it than what I did. So, if something were to happen to it, I wouldn't replace it unless I could. Well, heck, even if I could get it for the $18 again, I probably still wouldn't replace it. It's just, that's just how I feel about it. It's a mediocre knife at best. So, yeah, there you go. Guys, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out my Instagram. It's @PalmettaEdge. Thank y'all for watching again, guys. Have a good one.